Happening now, investigators in Toronto are searching for suspects after two possible hate attacks targeting Jewish-owned businesses. Thankfully, no one was injured. These are just the latest incidents putting Toronto's Jewish community on edge. In March, several area Toronto synagogues were damaged by gunfire right at the start of the Jewish holiday Purim. And just last month, a gunman, police say, had anti-Semitic writings opened fire in Montreal, killing a police officer and an Israeli citizen. Joining us now from Toronto is Noah Shack. He's the CEO of the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs there in Toronto. To have these two businesses, Noah, targeted on a Sunday morning, one with a gun, is certainly terrifying. What are you hearing from families and business owners in the area? Do people actually feel safe right now going to work?
Well, it's shattered the sense of safety that many have here in what has been an incredibly safe city for so many years. We're witnessing an incredibly alarming trajectory, a dangerous escalation in Canada. For the last 2 years, incidents targeting our community have become increasingly violent. And just last month, a Canadian national security report acknowledged that Canadian authorities disrupted at least 4 terror attacks inspired by ISIS targeting Jewish Canadians. In addition to this radicalization problem, reports also indicate that some of the attacks on our community and beyond have been gun for hire plots orchestrated by the Iranian regime. And these recent attacks seem to follow the similar pattern of those previous ones that were linked to the Iranian regime. It's a multifaceted threat that's ultimately changing Canada in dangerous ways.
How concerned are you? How concerned are you about the rise in these anti-Semitic incidents in Toronto and indeed elsewhere in Canada?
Well, I'm very concerned. I'm here in Toronto, Wolf, not far from where my own synagogue was one of several that have been shot at in recent months. And I never thought that I would see heavily armed anti-terror police units patrolling in my neighborhood. That's not the Canada I grew up in, but it is the Canada that my children are growing up in. And to be clear, it's not only my community that's in the crosshairs. The same anti-terror police units are also being deployed at subway stations and at the Blue Jays game. So when I take my kid to the Jays game and I see a heavily armed police anti-terror unit that wasn't there a year ago, but now is standing outside the stadium because they're worried about a potential suicide bomber, is that a Jewish community problem? More and more Canadians are realizing that this is a threat to their children just as much as it is to mine. And it's not only this isn't just confronting Canada and Canadians. When I talk to my counterparts in the US, in the UK, in Australia, in virtually any European country, it's clear that no country has been able to solve this issue yet. And you only have to look at what happened in Berlin over the weekend to realize that this isn't just a danger to Jews. It's not just a danger to Canadians. It's a danger to everyone who wants to live in a safe and free country.
As you know, Noah, last month, the Canadian Prime Minister Carney admitted that Canada is, quote, failing Jewish citizens and promised millions for security at various houses of worship. But businesses were targeted on Sunday, Jewish-owned businesses, bagel shops. Is the government's response enough?
Well, there has been some important progress in strengthening community security and the criminal laws that we have on the books. But we can't be playing defense as a country. Our authorities need to go on the offense. We're grateful that agencies have stopped 4 attacks. And we know that authorities are working to identify and disrupt further plots, but they need the resources to get the job done. And it's imperative that our national security agencies are working hand in glove with their American counterparts in doing so, because both our countries are facing the same threat. Australia experienced a national trauma from the worst terrorist attack in their history. And I don't want that for my country, just as I'm sure you don't want that for yours. We need to decisively hold accountable, not just those who are perpetrating these attacks. We need to not just prevent them from taking place in the first place, but there's also those who are fanning the flames of radicalization here in Canada and around the world. Last week, one of the pro-Palestinian protest leaders here in Toronto was arrested and charged with acting for the benefit of and in association with Hamas. That's an important arrest, but we've seen hundreds of examples at these protests of open calls for violence, the celebration of terrorist organizations, and the burning of Canadian flags. This isn't protest, it's open air radicalization.
Yeah.
And the consequences are life and death.
I grew up
We've seen
not
it
too
in your
far
capital
away.
city.
I grew up not too far away in Buffalo. I used to go to Toronto all the time when I was living in Buffalo. And I know right now there's almost 200,000 members of the Jewish community who live in the Toronto area. So you guys have an issue there, and we'll stay in very close touch with you. Noah Shack, thanks very much for joining us.